Hi guys, welcome back to Raven's Crochet. I'm Sarah and this is my furry feline Raven. I just got home from work and I wanted to do a quick video. I got 2 projects done I wanted to share with you guys, and I have a free pattern in case you've missed it. I'm concerned about Raven though. I fed her and gave her fresh water like I normally do when I come home from work, and now here she's just chilling. She normally goes right to her food bowls, but so I hope she's okay. Those of you who have seen my post about Raven's new toys I got for her, I got 2 electronic toys. One of them you hook over the door frame and it jumps up and down with either a mouse or a switchable feather toy. And I posted a YouTube short. She's literally just sitting there, like not even interested in it. The other toy I got for her is this thing, where you can put it on the ground, or it has a sticky suction cup. You can stick it to a wall, so it'll stick out like this. And they're both rechargeable. So you push the button, and it slowly spins this stick around, very, very slowly. I guess it's about 3 feet tall. It has an interchangeable feather toy or a mouse toy where you would hook onto this thing, and it has a bell. And she also was not interested in this. Yes, I have crocheted her toys. Yes, I have given her boxes. The only thing she seems to have interest in is like a cubby hole, something that she can get into, like a cat tent. She likes those. She likes regular mouse toys, like these. She doesn't play with these most of the time anymore, but she does occasionally like to play with these. And this I got from the Dollar Tree. Has a bell inside. She likes this, but not as often anymore. I also got her, I don't know where the box went. Let me see if I can find the box. Aha, there's the box. These things, I got these off of Amazon. They are natural silver vine sticks. So they have like jute cord and this thing. I'm not sure what this thing is. And then, you know, to get their attention. So she likes this. She plays with this a little bit, and it does kind of smell like catnip. Yeah, I'm talking about your toys. I'm talking about your toys. But I don't know. She's 19. I mean, I'm assuming, you know, because of her age, she has arthritis issues, maybe some joint issues. But she's still playful. She still runs around. I have a wraparound wall. You walk through the living room, kitchen, dining area, bathroom, bedroom, and right back out to the living room. So she does her zoomies around that. Every once in a while, I have a laser pen. I also got from Amazon. It should be right here. Of course, when I'm looking for it, there it is. Of course, when you look for it, you can't find it. And this is a really, really strong laser pen. It's the best laser pen I've ever bought. Professors can use this when they're pointing to something. It's very dangerous, though. You don't want to put it in anybody's eye. It runs purple. I don't know if you can see that. It's reflecting off of something. Yeah, it's so strong, I can shoot it to one wall, and it'll reflect off the other wall. And at nighttime, I've even hit the fence with it. Like there's some stray cats or whatever. And if I see a cat, like I've used this outside with stray cats, and like I let them play with this. But it's super bright. It's purple. So it goes out farther than either a red or a green light would. And she plays with this sometimes. But again, not as often. Here, she's playing with it now. Get it, Raven. Get it. Get it. So every once in a while, she likes the laser pen. But she's not as playful. So I guess it's maybe because of her joint issues and her age, I guess. But I've given her like multiple sizes of boxes to play in. And the last box she played in, it was so cute. She literally like hopped in it like a bunny rabbit. And she sat in it for 2 minutes. And then she jumped out. And then had nothing else to do with it, like ever. And I left it out for days and days and days. I put catnip in it. I threw a couple of her toys in it. No, 2 minutes, and then she was happy. She didn't want anything else. So anyways, 2 finished projects. I'm going to tilt this camera up a little bit. Okay. Here, baby. I made that granny square bag. Here it is finished. So what I like to do is find a solid coordinating yarn, and I figured this Delta Blue would look gorgeous with the rest of the bag. And I think it does. So both yarns are Red Heart. And let me see what the name of this was, because I don't remember. It was a fun multicolored yarn. It is called Starburst Print. There's the name of this colorway. And the solid color yarn is Delta Blue. Red Heart Super Saver. Delta Blue. I still like to make hats for Not Hate. I've been so busy and got sidetracked. I was unable to the last couple of years. But I have a whole section in my bedroom of blue yarns and blue variegated yarns. It's supposed to be 70% blue yarn. So you just make a bunch of hats or beanies and you mail them into Hat Not Hate, and it is to promote anti-bullying. Because all my sisters and I were bullied, and I think most kids these days do get bullied. And it's really, really sad. You know, I mean, I would never tell a parent how to parent their child, but at the very least, every single parent should discipline their children to say that bullying is wrong. Nobody wants to be bullied for anything. Like, we're supposed to be nice people, right? But because of all the sin in the world, you know, not every parent does that. And it's my opinion that a child's fault is a parent's failure. But that's just my opinion. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not telling you how to parent your child. It's just, generally speaking, everybody should just be nice. Period. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple more bags. So like I have some examples. So there are tons and tons and tons of granny square bags on YouTube, and they're so gorgeous. Many different patterns and designs. This, for me, was something quick, simple if you need a quick gift idea, if you are on a time crunch, or if it's going to be used as a laundry bag. For me, this is what they are used for. My last apartment, I used these for laundry so I could haul them to the laundry facility. I don't have to do that anymore, yay! But I primarily use them for when I mail packages. I can sling them over my shoulder and go for a nice short walk across the street, or I can put them on my scooter bar handle and just zoom on over there. So like I said, you start at the bottom just like you would a normal granny square. Start in the center, and you do an even amount of rows, because it won't work if you do an odd amount of rows. And this I just did, I did 10 rows because the yarn's going to stretch, and I would assume each row is probably about ½ an inch. I probably should have made it bigger, but again, the yarn's going to stretch, so it's fine. And then once you get your even number of rows, you fold each 4 sides in half, and then you mark it with a stitch marker, and then that space you're going to skip. And that is how you get the walls to come up. And then that space that you skip, I don't know if you can see it. Hold the bag really, really still, Sarah, so people can see. Right in the middle, you can see those big gaps right here. So if you look closely, it kind of looks like a bow tie design. Isn't that pretty? So that's one of your corners. And then for the handles, you choose your solid that coordinates. Or you can use the same color. You can make it all the same color if you want to. I just love how it's striking like that with a solid. So I start at one corner and I do a single crochet until I get to the next corner. And then I think I chained 40 here. Chain 40, or you can chain 50. You can chain 30 if you want shorter handles, or you can chain 20 if you want even really shorter handles. It's up to you. But I chained 40, and then I repeated, went back down to the next valley. Each valley, by the way, each row and each valley, I'm doing a decrease. So I, with my live stitch on my hook, go into the next loop, and then I wrap around and I did my half double crochet, and then I join, and then I pull through all 3 or 4 loops, or however many loops it was. And that way you're doing your decrease. And I pretty much did half double crochet all the way up. So I did my decrease, went back up to the next corner, and then that's when I did, over my chain, I did half double crochet. And then I did 3 rounds, 3 rows for thicker handles, 3 rows. And then when I finish, when I come to the very edge, let me see if I can even find the end where I finished. This is so good, I can't even tell where I finished. Holy cow. I can't even tell where I finished. This is so good. I think I actually finished right here. So I did you half double crochet, single crochet, single crochet, yeah, half double, single, slip stitch, and that's it. Yep, I fill my knot. That's where my knot is, right there. You see how that seamlessly kind of blends in? It's just a slight hump that gives it away. Half double, single, slip, and that's it. And that blends it in to where like you don't even have an ending point. And I'll show you some other colors I did it in. This is not the best yarn, I think, because it's just way too fuzzy, but this yarn would make like a perfect blanket. This yarn is what I got from Ice Yarns, exact same pattern, but because I used 2 different colors, you can see how the pattern, how the yarn works up. So like here's the square in the bottom I started with. And then my next row, and then my white row, and then I think that white row is where I started to do my my skips in the center of each side, so that the walls would come up. Walls of the bag anyway would come up. Let me see, do I have any more of this yarn for giveaways or box sales? Yes, I do. I still have some yarn left. If anyone wants to buy a mystery box, because it's going to be, I'll do a video, I'll do a giveaway next month for Valentine's, but this yarn up here, yeah, the white and the black, they both have rainbow in it. It is called, let me just get one down. I have 3 packs of each left. Here's the black. It's called Baby Twist Rainbow. That's what the yarn looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? And then here's the white. The white looks so much better. This would be like a perfect baby blanket, but this is like wintertime yarn. Like serious wintertime yarn. And it is a bulky 5. They classify it as a 4 worsted weight yarn, but it's really a bulky 5. It's chunky. But that's what I used. I used about, I would say maybe at least, I don't know, but I would say 3.5 to 4. They come in donuts. You see, like little donuts, 8 donuts a pack. So I think I used about almost 4 donuts of each color for this bag. It's a big bag, and it's the biggest bag I've made, and I've used it multiple times to mail boxes. This is Red Heart yarn. This is not a colorway that they sell anymore. This is a classic from like the early 2000s. It's like burgundy and teal, creams and browns, and it is a self-striping yarn. So you start at the bottom, work your way up, and then I just got a solid color burgundy to match the rest of the bag. And this is the smallest bag I've made. This one is also Red Heart. This colorway is called Polo Stripe, or no, it's not. Polo Stripe is the one without the lime green. This one is called Parrot Stripe. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is a really nice, beautiful colorway. Okay, the second project I finished, it's a hat that I made as a Christmas present for a friend. And I just got so busy and sidetracked, but this literally only took me like a day to make it, like 1 day. If you sit and do it all straight through, it'll only take you a few hours. But I got it done in a day. And this is what it looks like. It's just like a big square. So that when you put it on, it looks like you have cat ears. I'm not going to I'm not going to try it back on because I already did. But like, let's pretend to try it on. Try it on, and it fits around your head, and then look, it gives you cat ears. So that's what she wanted, something like that. And I started with the brim. You can see where I joined it. You chain 8, and then when I do half double crochets, I like to do my first half double crochet in the second chain from hook instead of chaining 2 extra, and then instead of let me back up. When I do my half double crochets, my second chain from hook is where I like to start my first half double crochet stitch instead of the standard second chain from hook, because that way it leaves less of a gap. You just want to make sure you pull up a little bit on your live stitch before you do that first half double crochet, so that when you go back to the beginning of that round, your stitch isn't too tight to put your hook through it. So I did about 40 rounds. You can do up to 44, maybe 46 rounds depending on how big your head is, but I'm always encompassing that the yarn is going to stretch a little bit over time as you keep putting this on your head. So I did 40 rounds, and it is just slightly snug right now, but again, the yarn's going to stretch, so it won't be as snug the more time she puts the hat on. And so then I joined inside out with a slip stitch. I just slip stitched together, and then I chose the side that was better for the bottom of the brim, and I went to the other side, and I did single crochets evenly all the way around, still making sure it was able to stretch. And then once I got back to the beginning of my first single crochet, instead of joining, I just immediately started my half double crochet. That way I can go around and around and around continuously. So as you can see, there are no joins. I do not like joins if I can help it. So that is literally the only seam join. And then when you finish, you just turn it inside out and you slip stitch the top closed, and then you put it right back side out. So this is it right side out. And if you don't want to do that, you take a darning needle, and I would take 2 strands of yarn to make it sturdy, make sure it won't break. And you just do like a basting stitch in and out every few stitches, and then you can gently gather it around so it'll be rounded off and you won't have the cat ears if you want something more grown up. But this is cute no matter how old you are. I think this would be adorable in any color on anybody's head, really. The yarn I used for this is by Premier, and it is one of my favorite yarns. I want to make like a whole big chunky shawl with this. And well, it's not chunky yarn, it's a 4 worsted weight. The colorway is called Anemone, and it's by Premier Aurora. Let me take a whole skein out so you can see it. They come 3 to a pack if you wanted to order. I don't know if Premier Yarns has these anymore or not, but this is the yarn. Hey, gorgeous. It is primarily pink, blue, and yellow with a little bit of purple. As you can see in the colorway, it does have a little bit of purple in it, and I think it works up gorgeously. Now, my thought with this, since it has a lot of ombre effect in here and a lot of colors that repeat, the shorter stitch you do, the more colorways, the more repeats you will have. So if I had done a double crochet stitch instead of the hat double crochet, I would not have as many color repeats. But doing the half double crochet, there's not as many gaps as there would be in the double crochet, and more color striping. So that's something to think about when you have a self-striping yarn like this, especially if it has an ombre effect. I like to do shorter stitches, but I also kind of like to stay away from the single crochets because it takes forever to do single crochets. So half double crochet is like one of my favorite stitches. Do I have anything else to show you guys? I have one more thing to show you guys, but it's not yarn related, it's chocolate related. Let me go get the bag. Hang on, let me go get the bag, because I found like a new chocolate that is to die for. Hang on a second. Hang on, I'm just over here. Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. This is my favorite chocolate. Plain milk chocolate. The best tasting chocolate this country in America has. Like the best chocolate. Like you really want to wow somebody and give them a really special gift, get them Lindor. They come in these little beautiful fancy balls. Great for Christmas, great for Valentine's, great for Mother's Day, birthday. My grandmother's favorite color is red, so any occasion for her is great. Well, I was in the store shopping and I saw a new flavor. You know, they have like strawberry cream, they've got hazelnut, they've got like other assortments, they've got white chocolate. But then I saw tiramisu. Tiramisu! That's like chocolate crust and then almost like a cheesecake. Almost. Very similar to cheesecake. And then it has a coffee flavored powder in it. And more chocolate. And then more cream cheese. And then more coffee powder and chocolate. It's like, oh my gosh, I got 2 bags. And 1 bag is gone. That was like about a week ago. Yeah, 1 bag will last me about a week. And that's what these look like. So obviously these will go great with coffee. If you're having a dinner party, you know, get a bowl of assortments or get your favorite flavors and just put them in a beautiful serving dish for after dinner and be like, here you go. And yeah, so I have like a whole jar of both flavors sitting right here next to my couch, and I have maybe 2 or 3 pieces a day after my dinner, and I'm just kind of sitting here lounging. Yeah, I'll have a couple of pieces a day. It's really, really good, so I just wanted to share that. If you guys are out shopping and you go look at the chocolate, I'm not sure if this would be in the grocery store section where the candy aisle is. Look in the seasonal section where they have the Valentine's Day stuff. That's where I found this. Valentine's Day stuff. Tiramisu. It is really, really, really good. Very, very good, because I've had tiramisu cake before, and it's better than my favorite cake, which used to be carrot cake, and now my favorite cake is tiramisu. So I'm just saying. I highly recommend that. I don't have anything else to share with you guys. That's it. Just something quick. Oh, pattern for the hat. I made a post on my break while I was at work, and I posted a picture of me trying this hat on. There's a picture of this hat laying flat, and there's a whole written pattern that I wrote up for it. So if you have grandkids or someone who likes goofy little hats or whatever, you can make this in any color you want to. And I've explained that you can sew it straight, or you can gather it around for like a rounded top, either or. But I think the brim really ties it in nicely. And this is just, it's no back or front under loop stitching or whatever. It's not, okay, what I meant to say is it's no front or back post stitches, because that can be complicated for beginners. This is just half double crochets and under 1 loop only, and that's how you get that ribbed effect. Just under 1 loop only. And then this is just worked under 2 loops, so it's more solid, because we still got 2 months of cold weather. And yeah, I'm about to text my friend and be like, your hat's ready, come get it. If you know anybody that wants to crochet a hat just like yours, lead them to my channel and show them the free pattern. I'm going to keep that up indefinitely, because I really do enjoy making my own designs, and when they're easy. I don't do complicated patterns, but when they're easy, I really do enjoy making something up and writing a pattern. So, yay. Okay, I love you guys. Please remember, Jesus Christ loves you too. He died for your sins, and he's just patiently waiting for your acceptance. He's not going to force his way into your life, but I just want to remind you, Jesus Christ loves you, and if you let him, he will heal you, and he will help you. He's helped me so much. Okay, that's it. I love you guys. Bye-bye.